Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, as we have discussed in lecture number 3 about the respiratory system, now here we have explained it further. Uh, it is a biochemical process and a living organism, and which involve two things. Number first, the production of energy from the food, and second one is that the exchange of gases in our body. Here, this process include two steps. Number first, external respiration or breathing, and number second, internal respiration or cellular respiration. Now, here we want to know about the external respiration or breathing. As you can see that external respiration or breathing, it is a physical process where gases are exchanged between the body and the surrounding with the help of a respiratory system. So it is the first step in which oxygen is taken, like we call inhalation, and carbon dioxide is released, which we call exhalation. Now, to discuss about external respiration or breathing, we should know about the major human organ which are related to respiratory system. Following are the major organs related to human respiratory system. Yes, students, you can see nose, number second larynx, number third trachea, number four bronchi, number five lungs. Now, to discuss each one separately, we have to know about a diagram there. You can see we have a diagram with the help of which we can understand that each human organ function in respiratory system there. First of all, you can see nose, and nose there are two cavities to which we call nostril, and these nostril there are some air exists due to which is used for the filtration of air, like a dust particle which comes to our body there, and these air which filter this air, and along with this air there are also mucus exists there in our nose there, or you can call it nostril, which prevent this harmful germs or harmful things from dust particle to our body. Next, you can see mouth is here, but after mouth there is pharynx. Pharynx is a place where air which comes through our nose there, and food which comes from our mouth, they can come at this same place there. Only it means that this is the common place that where food and air both can come across it. After and before they are separately moved there, and further you can see after this pharynx there is a larynx, where you can call it sound box is also located there, and this it is located in the neck, and it contain a vocal cord there, which are sound producing organs. Further, after this, glottis exists here, which is called by epiglottis. This epiglottis closes the glottis during the swelling, thus stopping the food from entering into the trachea. Next, there is trachea, to which we call as well windpipe. It is also made of cartilaginous ring there. This ring of cartilage prevent this windpipe from collapsing in any situation there. The trachea is divided into two branches in the chest cavity called bronchi. Singular one is bronchus there, and each bronchus it enters into the lungs further, and it is divided into smaller tube called bronchioles, and these bronchioles then further it is open there and alveoli there. Alveoli it provide a large surface of area for the exchange of gases between the blood and air. This was all about the figure or the diagram which uh, we have discussed here. Now we want to discuss each organ separately here. Like here you can see the function of nose in respiratory system. The nose consists of two cavities called nostril. The hair in the nostril capture dust particle from the air inhaled and clean it. So as we have discussed earlier from the diagram that air it is act like a filtration of air. So here similarly you can see the hair and the nostril capture dust particle from the air inhaled and clean it. So here it has a commonly you can call it its process is to filter the air. Next one, what is the function of larynx and respiratory system? Larynx it is also, or you can call it a sound box. It is located in the neck. It contains vocal cord which are sound producing organ. Now air from the nose passes through the pharynx into larynx. So before it enters the trachea, as you have seen in the diagram that air first of all it comes from nose through pharynx, then larynx here, after that it will come to trachea. Now function of trachea in the respiratory system. Trachea is also called the windpipe. It is made up of cartilaginous ring. So the opening of the trachea it is called glottis, which is covered by a flap called epiglottis. The epiglottis closes the glottis during swelling, thus stopping the food from entering into the trachea. Next, we have function of bronchi in a respiratory system. The trachea divided into two branches in the chest cavity called bronchi. So singular one is bronchus while its plural is bronchi here. Each bronchus enter into a lungs and divided into smaller tubes called bronchioles, which open into air sac called alveoli. The alveoli provide a large surface area for the exchange of gases between the blood and the air. Last one, it is the function of lungs in the respiratory system. So lungs are a pair of hollow spongy organ located in the chest cavity on either side of the heart. So lungs are connected to the pharynx by the trachea. Each lung consists of around 700 million alveoli there. So this was all about the human organs which were related to respiratory system. Each one we have discussed it separately, so for the sake of that the student can understand it easily and they can easily learn it by heart. Here now we have to discuss about the mechanism of breathing in our body. Mechanism of breathing, it consists of rhythmic inhalation and exhalation throughout the life here. Now inhalation, what does mean by inhalation? When we inhale, the muscles between the ribs and the diaphragm contract to expand the chest cavity. First thing we should keep in mind that there are some muscles there between the ribs and the diaphragm which will contract to expand the chest cavity. So when the chest cavity expand, definitely its size will increases and the lungs will expand there. So when the lungs expand, the air pressure in the thorax decreases, and immediately the air from outside rushes into the lungs through the nose and the mouth there. So now that is an inhalation. Now if there is exhalation, then what will happen there? You can see when we exhale, the diaphragm and muscle between the diaphragm and the ribs relax. Before of this it will contract there. Now it is relaxed there and come into a resting position. So the volume of the chest cavity decreases and the pressure on the alveoli increases. So the lungs contract and pushes the air out through the trachea there. Now here you can see air enters into lungs. Definitely when air enters into lungs there, at that time the rib cages is raised up and outward there, and lungs get bigger, while on the other side diaphragm it will contract there, and it will move down and flatten after that when air comes inside to the lungs there. Inside the lungs, definitely its size will increases there, and due to which pressure will decrease. So that's why air will definitely easily come to our body. On the other side, if air leaves are expelled from our body, here during exhalation diaphragm will relax and it will move up there, while on the other side the rib cage move down and in, and lungs will get smaller. That's why the pressure will increase inside the lungs and it will expel the air from our body. So this is all about the mechanism of breathing in our body while during inhalation and exhalation. Thank you, dear students.